Hello everyone. Today we'll be going to study about a concept called capacitor. We all know that capacitor is nothing else but it's a passive element which is mainly used for storing a charge, and it also works with the functionality of charging and discharging a device. So capacitor is nothing else but it's a device which stores a charge. So now here a capacitor in general, physically if I consider a capacitor, it's nothing else but it is a combination of two parallel metal plates. Whenever the two metal plates are brought in parallel nature, then we call that kind of setup as a capacitance. So now here let me consider two neutral plates, plate A and plate B, and if positive charge is given to this plate A, if positive charge is given to plate A, then positive charge will get accumulated on the plate A, and simultaneously the negative charge gets accumulated on the plate B. That's the inner surface of the plate B will get accumulated with the negative charge, and the outer surface of the plate B gets accumulated with the positive charge. And plate B is connected to a ground terminal. Here ground terminal is nothing else but it's a 0 volts terminal. Then how does this plate B is got accumulated with the negative charge on the inner surface of the plate B? This happens with a concept called electrification. It happens with a concept called electrification. So what is this electrification? Electrification is a method of charging a body. It's a method of charging a body. So now electrification is a method of charging an uncharged body. So now this electrification methods, there are three different types of electrification methods. The first method is called as an friction, and second method is called as an conduction, and the third method is called as an induction. First method of electrification is called as a friction, second one is called as an conduction, third method is called as an electrification, third method is called as an induction. So now what is meant by induction? So induction is a process of charging an uncharged body. So now for this induction process, let me consider one charged body here. It's a charged body. Let me say it's a positively charged body. It's a positively charged body. Then I have a neutral body over here. This is a neutral body. What is meant by neutral body? So neutral body is nothing else but a body which has got equal amount of positive charge and equal amount of positive charge and negative charges. So means if it is having 50 positive charges, it will also have 50 negative charges. So now here this body will be having equal amount of positive and negative charges. So now whenever we bring a neutral body close to a positively charged body, then since it's a positively charged body, all the negative charges in the neutral body will get accumulated to the side which is closer to the positively charged body. Means here this side, if I bifurcate or if I draw a demarcation line, the side which is closer to positively charged body will get accumulated with the negative charges, and the side which is away from the positively charged body will get accumulated with the positive charges. So this is how a neutral body is now being converted into a positive charged body and also negatively charged body. And that principle of induction, or the concept of induction, is being taken place over here. Whenever we charge one type of plate A with a positively charged body, then the other plate which is neutral in nature earlier will get accumulated with the negative charges on the inner surface of the plate B, and the outer surface of the plate B will get accumulated with the positive charges. So now since here, if you see here, since this particular outer surface of the plate B is connected to ground terminal, that's a 0 volts, and this outer surface is at the higher potential than compared to the 0 volts. So then what happens? All the positive charges will flow to the 0 volts. It is nothing else but it's a potential moving from high potential area to charges moving from high potential area to low potential area. So that's how, if that is taken place, then the outer surface of the plate B will not have any kind of charges once the charges are being moved to 0 potential. So now your entire capacitor looks like this. So now here, see now, if I don't put any kind of material in between these two plates, then definitely what happens? At one particular point of time, that this setup of two parallel plates will again become as a neutral in nature. Why? Because it is a positive charges and this is a negative charges. There is a space for attraction between the two unlike charges. So in order to protect the accumulated charges between the two plates, we are placing one kind of material which is called as a dielectric in nature. Means it acts as an insulator. This is dielectric in nature. Dielectric, it is nothing else but it acts as an insulator. So this insulator will not allow the charges to move from plate A to plate B or plate B to plate A, and this is being denoted by K. So this is how the charges are being stored between the two plates of the capacitor. That's the reason why if you see the battery, if you see any kind of battery or cell, this will act as a positive charge and this is a negative charge. So this positive charge and negative charge indicates the two plates of a capacitor, and the material which is in between the positive and negative charge, there's a chemical material, will act as a dielectric material which will not allow the positive charge will get attracted towards the negative charges or vice versa. So now this is how a charge is being stored between the two plates of a capacitor. So now the battery or a cell is one of the best example of a capacitor. So capacitor is nothing else but capacitor is a passive element which stores the charges. Once if it is fully charged, then on usage of that particular device, the discharging of the device takes place. That's the battery gets discharged. Again we go for the charging process. So this is how the charging and discharging happens in a capacitor, and this is the concept of capacitor. Thank you everyone for listening to this class.